The rumours of Haas and Toyota teaming up in Formula One aren't to be believed, according to Automotor und Sport. This is despite some of the Toyota top personnel being spotted in the Haas garage at the previous Formula One round at the British Grand Prix. The reports claim that Toyota, the Japanese car maker giant that was last involved in Formula One back in 2009, with its full works team back then. The rumour was that they were contemplating a sponsorship deal initially, but could eventually become even more involved, perhaps making Haas a full Toyota works team, which would allow Gene Haas to get out of F1, which I probably imagine he wants to do at this point with how tumultuous this has been for them. However, though, a journalist for Automotor und Sport, Tobias Gruner, has said that the rumours didn't really make any sense. Mainly because apparently Haas have extended their current partnership with Ferrari through to the 2028 season. If you didn't know, Haas are heavily involved with Ferrari. It's not just the engine, but Haas actually have a small base at Maranello, which is where Ferrari are located, and they also take a lot of parts from them. In fact, ever since they joined Formula One, they've pretty much been a Ferrari B team in all but name when it comes to the parts coming from the car. Gruner also said that Toyota is just looking for a new tenant for the wind tunnel in Cologne. So for those that didn't know, Toyota had a wind tunnel in Cologne, Germany, which was extremely expensive, and was part of the reason why they actually spent an absolute boatload of money in Formula One with not much returns in terms of success. So until recently, McLaren was actually using that wind tunnel, but McLaren now have their own wind tunnel in Woking. Toyota is looking for someone else to use it though, because currently nobody else is. And that's millions of pounds a year that Toyota are losing out on revenue. So they're just basically palling up to Haas to be like, hey, do you guys want a wind tunnel? Do you want to use one? I know a really nice one. It's a really good one in Germany. Can approve. Previously used by McLaren and ourselves. But yeah, Andreas Stella has also come out and spoke about this. He says one of the reasons we had so much trouble with the new regulations, 22 I believe they'll probably be talking about, is that we had to go to Cologne for the wind tunnel. Obviously, being based in the UK and having the wind tunnel in Germany, there's a bit of disconnect there, you know. However, using the Toyota wind tunnel would be a step up for Haas, given the aerodynamic development of the small team's car takes place entirely within the Ferrari wind tunnel at Maranello. So they're having to use, Ferrari's having to share it, and of course, they will not be given priority there. Why would they be? Gruner also has said it is also possible that Toyota will take over some of the contracted manufacturing for Haas that is currently carried out at Dallara in Italy. However, there's no concrete agreements on this yet. I mean, yeah, there's nothing concrete, but it could be interesting. It could be an interesting move for them because, you know, in theory, Haas are never going to win anything if they're a B team of Ferrari, if they're using all their parts. But if they become a subsidiary of Toyota, there's no Toyota main Formula One team. They become the Toyota main Formula One team. That's what Aston Martin are trying to do with Honda. That's what Red Bull are trying to do with Ford as well. And that's what Audi are going to aim to do with Sauber. If you don't become a works team, you're never going to win the championship. I mean, as a customer team, ever won the championship apart from Red Bull with Renault? But let's be honest here, Renault for the most part have not been too great in Formula One for most of the last 20 years. Ever since Alonso left in 06, they've never really looked like challenging for a championship again. So apart from that, I can't really think of one off the top of my head. It's always been a works team. Whether it's been Red Bull with their Honda engines because they were the main team for Honda at the time. Mercedes have won lots of championships as well. It's pretty rare that a customer team actually wins the championship, and that's going to be their thinking too. But yeah, I'm sure the rumours won't go away. I still think there's something to it. I think that long term, Haas will want to go towards Toyota. Or they could be using it as some sort of bargaining chip for Ferrari. Who knows? The politics of F1 is a very complex world. But yeah, there's a full article over on the f1chronicle.com if you want to read up some more information about this. And of course, keep it tuned and keep it subscribed to the f1chronicle.com for much more F1 news content just like this.